We are live. I did not run the intro. That's great. That's wonderful. We're starting off the new year with
Cold open.
Which is what always happens on Let's Get Ready Network.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to 2026. This is Starting 11. There we go. What just happened?
Just as we planned it.
I don't know what's happening today. This is not working right. But we're here. We're live. It's 2026, January 2nd, 2026 to be exact.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Adelia. That's my buddy Snark. We'll be joined in a little bit by Ferris Muthana. Snark, how you doing?
Oh, just swell. It's time for the annual thing. It's the annual thing. I don't even... when it happens so often, stuff like that, you don't get upset. And I'm not... Honestly, I could say, just watching everybody's reactions to it, all these big YouTube guys' reactions to it, like the sky is falling down and stuff like that. It's like, well, we'll go through it in a minute. Let's talk about the actual matches that were... Because they sucked. They sucked. Well, they sucked for me. They sucked for the team I support.
Yeah, we didn't do a show on Tuesday. Okay, apparently we're not live on Twitch. That's correct. Okay. We didn't do the show on Tuesday.
No.
Because we decided to wait and cover the midweek games as well.
Yeah.
And
maybe it's a lucky thing.
I don't think it got any better for you with the midweek games.
Well, they got a point out of it. Yeah, they got a point, and they lost a coach.
You did lose a coach. But you did get a point.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good thing, but
could be worse. Could be worse. You could be 4 points and be Manchester United.
We have BX Gunner in the chat saying, "I've come to revel in some Chelsea blues."
You monster, sir. Well, you're gonna get all your fill. Okay, so first that 2-1 loss to Villa on on Matchweek 18,
which was what, their 11th straight victory.
That was their 11th. We'll talk in a second about if they got a 12th. It's their 11th straight win. Chelsea dominated the first half. Dominated. Villa did not have an attempt at net. Never mind a shot on target. It's the first time that ever happened under Emery. Everything's looking great. They get the goal. Reece James thinks it's his. The Olympiacos there from the corner. Goes off of João Pedro's shorts or something. João Pedro, the only one to know João Pedro scored, because he ran one way. Everybody else ran to the captain to celebrate with him. So I felt kind of bad for João Pedro there. But they look fine. In comes the second half. Substitutions are made. Oh, and let me just say this. Garnacho. Do we have to do the thing with Garnacho where we only play him and Carabao Cups and FA Cup things with the teams from lower divisions? It's the only time he scores. He has sitters. It's just sitters for him, and he can't put in. And ridiculous and poor, and he doesn't pass. He doesn't look up. There's so many times he's could have contributed to goals instead of trying to get him himself, shooting him left-footed and putting him wide. Drive me bananas. Now I get why United guys didn't like this guy so much. Anyways, he's just not a clinical strike. He's not a clinical finisher. Who is? Ollie Watkins. And for all the baloney I gave this guy all year, coming into the match, only having 3 goals scored through 17 matches at the week.
Yeah.
It just wasn't good enough for him, considering they kept putting him out there and striking, and then eventually they had to start taking him off. But he comes in and turns everything around for Villa. The defense for Chelsea just falls apart. That first goal, watching Chalobah and Badiashile, just watch him go by, do nothing about it. You can't, you got to feel bad for Sanchez when stuff like that happens, when your defense just shrugs it off, lets him
I
go.
always feel bad
And
for
then the
goalkeepers
second
when
one
the
from the
defense
corner.
just stops. When the defense
Yeah.
does nothing,
The
just
second one
stands
from the
there.
corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. One player, unlike last year, where I was like always attacking Robert Sanchez, it seems. I haven't really gone after him much. He hasn't made too many bad decisions. He doesn't do the ridiculous short pass to anybody anymore softly and just watch it get picked off by somebody else. So he's done that. He's made some good saves. You know, he's not fantastic. He's not like a Golden Glove winner, but he's done enough that Chelsea should win some matches should win more matches when he's actually in there than they have. They're just sloppy. They're lazy. They fall asleep at the wheel. They take people off, and this is something that's going to be talked about more, I guess, in a couple of minutes when I start talking about Enzo Maresca. And just seems for no good reason and stuff like that. They take him off. I guess like even the run of play, like if people are working well, still take him off, which is stupid. Yeah, I don't get it. So Chelsea lose 2-1. More points lost from winning positions. Right now, well, after tie, because spoiler, we tie Bournemouth at home 2-2. We lose now 15 points out of winning positions in football matches this year.
That's
Which
crazy.
is banana. This is Chelsea Football Club where they used to just step on people's throats when they had to leave, but now it's like a shuffle app or whatever to get your defense in for Chelsea. You never know who's going to be in there. It's bananas. Anyways, um, when Arsenal came and they played so well against Arsenal, probably the last great game that they played when they go 10 down, they draw 1-1. They shrunk the boards in so you guys couldn't do the long throws. Why did they move them back? Because they got absolutely roasted by the long throws and by David Brooks, just not being challenged on them at all. It's unmarked for both goals. You can see Garnacho where he should be, which is on Brooks, in the vicinity. It's not like he's going after him. So like you go, the first one falls to David Brooks. You see him go, and start running after. So it's way too late. It's way too late, pal. So
Like,
they
were
get
you playing man and Garnacho thought you were playing zone or what?
on a throw into the box. You're just you're playing your special teams. Like yeah, I have no idea what he was thinking. I just think maybe that's the whole thing. He just isn't thinking. Like it's the same thing when he goes on offense and stuff too. He's just not looking for that right pass. He's just taking it all on himself. He's getting in too close and trying to put it in on the wrong foot. It doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
It didn't make sense why we got him. But then you see Jamie Gittins and you go, oh, I don't know why we got him either. This is the whole thing about the left wing. We've talked about it so much where they just don't understand.
Yeah. BX Gunner says really interesting to see where Chelsea go after this could be a crossroads.
So I'll get to talk about it in a minute, but let's keep that crossroads thing in mind because they could go one way, they can go one way, or they can go the exact same way, which is we'll talk about that. So Chelsea do end up doing one thing they only did once before all year, and that's get a penalty. It's only the second penalty for Chelsea all year.
Wow.
Yeah, Cole Palmer scores. Enzo's goal is the same kick he tries
Have
every
we moved
match.
on to the Newcastle game now?
Newcastle?
Or whoever
Bournemouth. Yeah, we're talking Bournemouth right now with the long throws. We already said 2-1, Villa 1.
All right,
So we're
I'm
talking
just
about the
making
Bournemouth
sure
goal.
we've clarified that we're moving on to that.
Oh
game.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, so Enzo scores. It's the same kick he keeps trying every week. He's in the box. He's going to go try and put a bar down. He finally gets one. The problem is he tries that kick 40 times. He gets one. Because he even does it a couple times later in the match and misses both times and stuff too. But he gets it. He has 5 goals now, which is pretty good for a guy making we bought for £100 million. But he's doing better than the guy that's £125 million, I can tell you that. But we'll talk about him in a second. Anyways, garbage. So the second half, they do nothing. either team. Maybe just walking up, getting ready for New Year's and stuff like that. Didn't feel like working too hard there. Got to get back to wherever they're gonna go the next night. After the match, Maresca just walks off. When it comes to interviews and stuff like that, after post-match interviews, he blows them off. He tells them that he's sick. Then that's when we sent you on our Discord here at Let's Get Ready Network. I sent you that thing saying, there's stuff going on with Maresca, and then it was confirmed the next day that they said that he's left by mutual consent. Okay.
Sure.
So, yeah. Well, let's have this. Who do you think he got fired?
I think he quit.
He quit.
Yeah.
He 100% quit. This people are blaming the board, and they have a lot to do with it. I'm going to say this. They didn't go get that center back that he really wanted. He wanted all these other things. But he knew going in what his role is, what the parameters were going to be. He took a team, and he's starting to press for more and more power at this time. He's taking calls from City and from Juvie, of all places. He's telling the board this. So it's like, okay. He had won 2 of his previous 9 matches. At this point last year, and those 2 matches were Everton at home and Cardiff, for God's sakes. At this point last year, we had 37 points. This year, we have 30. There's regression happening.
Yeah.
And sure, there's injuries and stuff, but they built all this squad. Why he just refuses to play kids? Like, Josh and Champong should be playing more. I think the thing where they had no confidence in Chalaba, and they tried to send him away and stuff like that, he comes back. It's the same thing with Achampong. Just play him. Watch what he does if he can actually play. And the best player in the match against Bournemouth was Steve. Esval William was the best player on the field, and it wasn't close. He finally let him play, and this is what happens when he can play. So, when I say also that Maresca quit, there is no compensation being sent. He is not getting any more money from them. It's not like Graham Potter, where we had to pay him the ridiculous £12 million or something that he made for working 6 months, for God's sakes. So yeah, he gets nothing, and his entire squad's gone. All his guys and stuff with him, like the interim coach on Sunday against City, of all goddamn teams, Callum McFarlane, the ginger under 21 coach. So
good luck to him.
Yeah, well, good luck to him. It's still the same squad, but
Yeah. BX Gunner says his head has been turned for a time now. He'll be in Serie A.
Yeah, all this talk about going to City is rather presumptuous, I think, of a lot of people, just because he had that relationship with Pep. People keep thinking Pep's going to retire. Pep's going to get so much more money shipped to whatever bank of the Caymans he has, just to stick around for however he wants. Gunner's got it exactly right.
The Juve job is
if he can get in at Juve is one of the biggest clubs, if not the biggest club in Italy, I would say, and also incredibly corrupt. So so there's money to be made at Juventus, I can tell you that. Go to Turin, get some money.
I think you can bring that up about any club in Serie A and just
That's true. That's being unfair to the rest of the squads. I apologize for not bringing up their shittiness. But Maresca, one thing that struck me, and I was trying to find so many of the pundits and stuff like that. What are all these jerks saying? You know what I mean? I found it was odd that a lot of even the ESPN FC guys, those American guys, they'll have Craig Burnley on of all people. Craig Burnley, that's a name you go to for.
He's been on there for a long time. I don't think he's going anywhere.
He played at Chelsea in the 90s when they weren't very good. Maybe that's why he harbors such a grudge against them. But they're all on Chelsea's side about this, which I thought was odd, considering everyone likes to try and jump down their throat. There's a few people that think that still think that he was fired. It's like he wasn't fired. You guys just follow the
I
money.
see so many articles saying Maresca sacked.
Yeah.
Or YouTube shorts saying Maresca sacked.
If
Where
anything,
do
it's they
you get
say
the
Chelsea
idea that he's
sacked.
sacked?
Yeah.
He quit. It's quite clear that he quit.
Yeah. I was going to say about the pundits, and I believe this guy was from Sky Sports, and he said it's not in the release, but they were saying some of the things that they were saying around Chelsea was that he has an emotional insecurity. I think they nailed that. I think that's it. It almost sounds like he's having a tantrum because he's not getting his way, and he's a 45-year-old man, 46-year-old man. He's already lost his hair, can't pull it out. So I guess when you can't do that, you just quit. Which is crazy. You quit Chelsea Football Club. You didn't quit Charlton or something like that. You quit Chelsea Football Club. Ridiculous.
Well, some of these managers get to these clubs and they can't handle being the manager of these clubs.
I think
he
more that
seems
he
to
wanted
be
to be
one
the
of them.
manager. He wanted more. Then this there's I was again trying to find stuff, and the Talk Sports guys in Britain talking about how no one ever does this and stuff like this. Like, well, no one ever does this in English football. They do it in North America all the time.
Yeah.
Like, how many player GMs or head coach GMs are there anymore? There's never.
None.
Usually now they even have a spot above GM. They call him president of hockey operations. It's just another mouthpiece. Yeah. So strange. No, it's a thing that's been done. Of course. I don't like the just bring in kids, try to sell them. I don't like the whole Epstein FC thought of Chelsea these days. But they're going to go, and it looks more and more like as Liam Rowe Sr. going to come in for Strasbourg for whatever reason. I know the special one is saying, "Oh, I'd do it. I'd do it in a heartbeat." It's like, yeah. And then there's Xavi who's going to get let go of Real Madrid, and the stuff they're saying go him. It's like, why would we want that? Nope, they want to go again with unseasoned talent at the head coaching spot. Maresca had the
so surprised when I heard the Strasbourg manager news.
Yeah, he's brought them up to 7th in a crap league. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
It's got good players. You go back to like he was at Derby with Rooney. He was his assistant there. He took over the interim thing when they finally sacked him.
That's why I never recognized his name.
And then he was at Hull City. Hull City was in 20th or 21st spot or something like that. He took them up to 15th, made them look better. And then the owner fired him because his brand of football looked like shit according to the owners at Hull City. Yeah. So that's it. You're trading one for the other. It's the exact same thing. It's down the middle. They play the exact same boring ass. Hold on to the ball. Try to break things with the long pass. No, at least he's going to go forward at the back. But if he actually plays his youth, if he actually plays the guys that can get to those balls, that will try and go to the box to create from here, maybe, and he's worked with guys like Santos before at Strasbourg, with Liam Delap over at Hull City, and Liam Delap is a right winger there. Of all things, I don't think he will be doing that. Yeah, he won't be doing that. But like him going in there isn't going to make Liam Delap score 15 goals. You know what I mean? It isn't going to make Garnacho stop hitting the side of the net instead of the front of it. So Chelsea is somehow still in 5th spot. Like, they're still in a European position. All this drama, all the time. They look like absolute garbage for a month. They still have a chance of Champions League football, which is crazy, but zero chance of winning a title this year at all. Yeah. Now, do you want to talk about a team that is maybe worthy of winning the title this year?
Yeah, I'd like to.
Okay, let's talk about Manchester City.
I knew that's where you were going. I knew you were going to say that.
Now we'll talk about the Arsenal.
I do know Ferris wanted to be here, but he's still yapping on GFBR on this
Doesn't
same
stop.
channel.
It'll never stop him from coming back in, just talking about whatever he
No, he
wants
will
to talk
come
about,
in
anyways.
and he will say something about the Aston Villa game for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Well, then we're going to talk about how that meant for Serie A, and then a couple of teams in America, and
And
yeah,
the World Cup and AFCON will probably be brought up because that's Ferris Muthana.
Yeah, very much so. So you guys get that 2-1 win over Brighton in
Not the
18.
most impressive.
Yet another match where you guys get outscored
Yeah.
and still get 3 points. That's
Yeah.
twice in 2 weeks.
It was not the most impressive, as I
No.
said.
No.
I think that it was kind of just like get through it somehow, and the somehow was own goals, and they got through those 2 matches, and then they were like, okay, Aston Villa's coming up. That one we absolutely have to win.
They had to buckle down.
And they did.
Yeah.
So, the Brighton one and the one before it, which was what, Wolves?
That's the one. Yeah, where Wolves scored on themselves again twice.
Yeah, I'm not too concerned about them. I mean, like, it's the Christmas, New Year's season, the festive fixtures, as they call them here in America, and all that. I didn't like them. I think we could have done better, but I will agree with BX Gunner that Odegaard's starting to play better, which is important.
That goal he had was terrific, and then we'll talk about the Villa game in a second with a fantastic pass he made in that one too.
Yeah, so with Odegaard back and pulling the strings and everything, I think that's very important. But yeah, the Wolves result and the Brighton result are just get the result, whatever, however way.
Yeah. Those are matches that when they're finished, the coach takes the tape and burns it. You don't even bring that. That isn't who you guys are. There's no reason to bring it up again and stuff like that. It's like, no. Just forget about it. The next match, we're going to talk about the Villa match now. That's the one that you remind people about. That's the one where you hit the level here. When it starts to go here, you show them this. You say, this is what your level is. You need to be there because you guys wipe the floor with them.
Yeah. I'm sure that Ferris will bring this up when he comes on the show because I believe the credits are just rolling on GFBR right now. But Ferris messaged me before this game started and said, I had a dream last night. We won 3-0. And for a while there, it was like, are you a prophet?
I've called him a witch
3-0.
many times on this program. Many times. I believe that
we won by 3 goals. So, I mean,
our sleeper results takes everything like that away, though, because we'll get to that at the end. But it's not not a pretty sight.
It was not a good week.
Nope.
No.
All right.
But the Villa game, like, it was 0-0 at halftime, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was no score.
Yeah.
Like everything happened second half. Like they just feeling out phase. First 45.
This was also Tuesday, right?
Yes.
Okay, this was a weird day for me. So I was just trying to make sure that I watched all of it but I did. I watched all of it.
Sure.
Cuz like I was in the ER that night and it's been a weird week ever since. But I watched this game and I was thinking at halftime just nick a goal from somewhere and then have a great defensive performance cuz Saliba and Gabrielle are back.
Yeah. Guys are healthy. Havertz on the bench.
Havertz was on the bench. We didn't bring him on.
Nope.
But he's getting closer if he's on the bench, which is a good thing. Yeah, BX Gunner saying 0 confidence when I heard Rice was out. Zubamendi proving he's an 8 in the Prem, nowhere near a 6. I agree with that. BX Gunner also says, happy and impressed with the result, but can't help but feel it only happens because Onana went off. Yeah, he went off injured. I don't know. It might be because Onana went off. It might be because things just started clicking, and it might be because they were like so mad about the result at Villa Park that they were just like, we're gonna go off. Speaking of going off, Ferris is here.
Hey everyone.
Ferris, we're talking about the Aston
You just
Villa
went
game.
bad.
Let me take this time
This is being a short, by the way.
to the people of Birmingham, especially to the burgundy and claret. What is it? Claret? What is it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, the color you share with
The claret and
eight-
blue.
Claire's the
Ferris.
Claret and blue.
is the
Claret and
burgundy.
yeah. The color you share with 8 other teams in this league because
Sure.
none of you have originality.
This is a team wearing red and white, but go ahead.
You know what? Classic. Good point. That's a good point, Rob. There's been a lot of talk about me, how as an American I should not be talking about this game.
We got a lot of comments on the last Aston Villa rant, which I put up on TikTok, and
Yeah.
it became popular with the Birmingham people and Villa
Mhm.
fans until we won that game 4-1. And
Exactly.
now the only comments we've gotten on it have been from someone who's an Arsenal fan responding to some of the Villa fans.
Yeah, that's my guy. You know what, guys? Y'all can call me anything you want. You know what? You want to call me a wanker? Fine. You know what? Fine.
Well.
You want to say, as an American, you shouldn't be talking about it. You want to be a little xenophobic? Fine. That's cool me. It's cool me. Because even though I've heard English people talk about this game and say dumber things than I've ever said on this program, but I will never accept. Being called a Chelsea supporter. You hear me?
Wow.
All right.
Yeah.
You can call me anything you want in the book, Aston Villa fans. And I'll accept it. I may have gotten some stat wrong about Man City never beating you at home, but you've never beaten Man City at home. So it is what it is. Hold on, let me double check that fact before I get yelled at again.
Okay.
Sorry.
While Ferris is doing that, I will say we got called Chelsea fans because of the Chelsea flag behind Snark. And we all got called
guys
Americans
are lucky.
when Snark
Yeah.
is Canadian.
Yeah.
Ferris is double checking
He's- yeah,
something.
I hear
He doesn't want to get yelled at over stats.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. So they didn't beat them at home. So Man City beat them at home. The Man City beat them at home. The Man City beat them at home again. And then Man City
They
beat them at
have
home.
beaten Man City at home, Aston Villa has, for the last few years.
Yes, at home, you guys beat Man City. Good for you. I respect it. You haven't beaten them on the road either, so it's kind of a wash. Y'all can call, you know what? I love Morgan Rogers. I'm a big fan of Morgan Rogers. I'd like to shout out to Ollie Watkins, childhood Arsenal fan, for helping us out in that game. We really appreciate that. We had to give him a gift on like a Boxing Day gift by giving him that goal at the end of the game.
Ferris
was wondering what you were gonna
very
say about
upset about that goal that Ollie Watkins scored.
I was
It acted like we
extreme-
lost the game.
I was extremely upset. I wanted that clean sheet so badly. I got no ill will to Aston Villa fans. Shout out to y'all. Your coach is a coward. So there's that.
What?
He is. Did you not see what happened? So
He didn't shake
No.
Mikel Arteta's hand after the match.
Oh
So
yeah,
Mikel-
he said he waited around for a little bit, but they were too busy.
He's a li- no, he's a liar.
celebrating,
He
so walked
lied.
out 'cause he
He's
was
a liar.
cold.
Lied.
He's
He's a
cold
liar.
blooded. He's cold
yeah,
blooded.
he's a
Video.
liar. He's a liar. There's our bench cam. Shout out to whoever edited that video. Knew what they were doing when they showed Unai Emery. Literally, final whistle goes off. He literally darts into the tunnel. Does not wait, Rob. He doesn't wait. He lied in the post-match interview. He lied.
Maybe
tried
he
to
was
make.
feeling incontinent. You ever think about that?
Yeah, it is. I have no problem with Aston Villa fans. They've gone through a lot. They've been relegated. They've gone through a lot of pain and suffering. They had to deal with Steven Gerrard almost ruining their club a couple of years ago. Unai Emery saved them. I understand why they love Unai Emery. That's fine. Perfectly good for me. I'm cool with Aston Villa fans. I'm chilling. I'm chilling. I love Morgan Rogers. I think Morgan Rogers is one of the best young English players in all of the EPL, all of the youth systems. He's tremendous. I think he's going to be a problem for a lot of teams at the World Cup for England. I'm a big fan of Amadou Onana. I think he's a tremendous defensive center midfielder. I wanted him from Everton, but Aston Villa got him. And I'm also a big fan of Yuri Tielemans. I've always been a fan of him. And I like their team. But you guys beat us at home at Villa Park on a kick, literally at the death. with a makeshift back line. We got our real back line in this game, plus Piero and Capier because Calafiori didn't play. And you guys had some good chances, but you guys didn't finish them. Then in the second half, we took over the game and we beat you. It is what it is. You had a great run. And winning 11 games, period, against anybody is tremendous and is great. And I got respect for y'all for doing that. And, shout out to y'all because that's great. We just were better than you on that day. It is what it is. We were more decisive. Martin Odegaard took over the game. He had to because Declan Rice wasn't there. So it was kind of a primary 6, 8, 10 midfield. Zubimendi being the 6, Mikel Merino being the 8, and then you have the primary 10 in Martin Odegaard, and it fit. Martin Odegaard set up 2 of the goals. I think it's tremendous, man.
All right.
Yeah, it was good for them.
Thoughts on BX Gunner's comment that Zubimendi is proving he's an 8 in the Prem and nowhere near a 6?
I think him and Declan Rice are we can do both. We can do both. If you need me to do a 6, I'll do it. I don't really want to do it, but he's going to do it. But I also think with the Spanish national team, he is the primary 6. He actually changed the games at the Euros more often than Rodri did. There's were times where they brought off Rodri and they brought in Martin Zubimendi and the game flowed better and Spain charged forward because they trusted him. So I think he can be the 6. But I also think, people also want to be 8s. They also want to crash in the box, get goals. And I also think nowadays in modern football, Adelia and Snark, the midfield, especially the 8 and the 6, a lot of them now can be interchangeable. They interchange a lot nowadays. It's the fluidity thing, with the inverted wing backs and Pep Guardiola. And now you want midfielders that can be a 6 when they need to be, can bomb forward, can flow. They want them to be like water, and I get it now. Back in the day, it was, you're a 6. Don't go forward. You're a 6. You're an 8. You know what I mean?
BX Gunner says for Spain, he's a regista, in his opinion, not a traditional defensive midfielder, number 6.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means, BX Gunner.
So I guess they have another name for their midfielders now. Of course. We'll also do the Spanish, man. They play beautiful football, and it's kind of like where I heard that rumor.
Mark Gahey this month.
I heard that rumor.
Does he want to sit on the bench, or who gets to sit?
I mean, like literally, I don't see that happening because he wants to play before the World Cup. And
he's going to be saying adios, senor, adios, senorita. He's going to Spain. Like, come on. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Regista types like Pirlo and Jorginho.
Okay. All right. I got you. Okay. The igniter, the starter. Like Sergio Busquets, get the ball, pass forward, stealing. Okay, I got you. Not the, destroy and pass. When I get the ball, kind of like
Zubimendi a good enough passer for those kind of things?
Well, we don't ask him to do that.
Well, that's what he'd be if he was like Jorginho at the pass.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I like that. Yeah, it's like what Toni Kroos did, at the end of his career, where he would just like get the ball and just like he had it was Fetty, Luka Modric, and Toni Kroos, and Kroos kind of played the deep lining 6, and he would just pick passes for Vinny Jr. or Bellingham. He would just pick passes and just like give me the ball. Here's a long ball. Here's a long ball there.
So he put balls in position for all world players.
Well, a great pass is a great pass, Rob. Why you gotta be hating, dog? You're a hater, man. Hater.
Yeah. He had to pick up so many guys like that. Just had nobody out there with him at all.
Whatever, Rob.
It's Luka Modric.
You hate him?
Bellingham. No, I think it's fine. Yeah, I don't know about Zubimendi playing that far. Yeah. Why not? Someone has to stay back. I would say this. Someone has to stay back. At least
Yeah,
Chelsea
someone.
has a
Yeah.
guy. Chelsea has a guy that stays back. Maybe you know, gets a little bored when he does sit back, and wants to try and put his foot in and stuff like that. Just try something every once in a while. Doesn't always work. Sometimes he gets a yellow card for not even touching a guy. But yeah, whatever.
Spoken from someone's midfielder who has 5 yellows since his red card is now suspended for the
Well, that's
next
what I was
game.
just talking about. He didn't even touch the guy, and he gets a yellow card. Ridiculous, ridiculous. Anyways, I think we're yellow card magnets over there. We got 6. I think was it 16 fouls like called against Chelsea in that match. Stupid, but whatever. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. Shout out to Aston Villa though. Hey man, big ups to y'all. Y'all were a tough matchup, man. Y'all tough, man. Villa Park is a horrible place to play, and you guys, and that's what you're supposed. Your home ground is supposed to be your fortress, and that is truly their fortress. And I respect that. Just if you're gonna insult me, man, at least
I thought you were
calm
gonna
down.
come at them worse.
Nah.
I thought you were gonna say something like.
We already
I
slapped them
thought you
around.
would say something like.
Rob, we slapped them around 4-1. You know what I mean? What else can I
Yeah,
say? I could just say,
sure.
watch the second half of the game. Someone was like, "Hey, y'all, Dua Lipa's in the crowd," and my boys locked in. They're like, "Lock in, baby." And 4-0, 4-0. Oh well, 4-1. It should have been 4-0. But I digress. Shout out to
Dua
Gabriel
Lipa.
Jesus. Yeah, Dua Lipa, longtime Arsenal fan. Liverpool fans, she is an Arsenal supporter. Her dad is a longtime Arsenal supporter. So yes, you guys can't have her.
Well, I'm not sleeping tonight. Dua Lipa's an Arsenal fan. Oh my god. Well, there goes all my.
Rob,
Yeah,
she's engaged to a Chelsea supporter, so there's that for you.
there you go.
People are allowed to make horrible mistakes at least once in their life.
How dare you, sir? How dare you? Okay. Yeah, I thought for sure you're gonna say something to the Villa guys, like they had this here tale from their great grandfathers about when their club was relevant and stuff like that. None of this biggest club crap.
We're champions of Europe. You'll never sing that. You're
That's what-
champion. Okay.
That's when Europe had 4 other countries.
Yeah,
it was a long time ago. All right.
BX Gunner's right. The Incapié and Watkins battle in the end was good.
Oh my god, dude, Adelia, when Encapié slipped and fell. It was like he had a goal. He had a goal right there, and he tripped over his own feet. It should have been 5. It should have been 5-1.
While we're still talking about this game, just that first goal from the corner there. What did you think of it? With Gabriel in on Martinez like that. I don't think it was a handball or anything like that, but just him being in so close on Martinez. I don't know if that's something that
I don't. So,
if it was
'cause I
another
think
team
the rule
would
is
scary.
there isn't a rule where it's like you have to give him space. You just can't hit him.
Yeah,
you can't hit him.
Yeah, he didn't hit him, but he was resting on his neck and stuff like that when he was jumping up, right?
No, he brings his elbow up.
Yeah,
but he just brings his elbow up, but then Emmy also jumps up, so Emmy's actually above the elbow, and then the ball then just trickles down Gabriel's face, and then he
Gabriel's
right, and
in
then
front
rolls.
of him. He's not resting on the back of his neck.
Yeah, and then the ball trickles down his face, and then Gabriel people's like, oh, it's a header. It's like, no, Gabriel then kicks it with his thigh into the goal.
Yeah,
Emmy Martinez just got bodied.
Yeah,
be stronger, hold your line. But Emmy Martinez isn't stronger than Gabriel, and he can't hold his line. So of course, when he got in front of him, he didn't get in front of him and hit him. He just got in front of him and jumped, and then he jumped, and then he's trying to go over the ball. He's trying to go over Gabriel to grab the ball, and he misses. He misses the ball. It's not a foul. Nothing's wrong with it. It is what it is. Keep it moving.
Just to me, it looked like Gabriel initiated contact when he was going up with the keeper. That's all.
No.
They looked at it and they cleared it. So what are you gonna do?
Exactly.
The Zubamendi pass in, was that the Zubamendi pass into?
It was Martin Odegaard. Martin Odegaard. He takes the ball
to Gabby Jesus. Was that one?
Oh no, that was the 4th goal. That was Trossard on the break.
Oh, Trossard, that was it.
Yeah, so Zubamendi gets the ball, passes it up to Trossard, and then Trossard dribbles up, little pass to the right, and then Gabriel, one touch, moves to the right, curves it just curves it in right past Emmy. The second goal was it all started with Odegaard clearing the ball.
Yeah.
No. That was the Gabriel goal. So Martin Zubin gets Odegaard gets the ball, dribbles, and then finds a little crease just right up the two center backs, just right down the middle, and then Zubimendi just like flicks it right above Martinez's thigh. Something Randall Koulibaly should have done in that World Cup final, but he decides to go smash it in, and it didn't work.
One time, Adelia, we're gonna set up like a Ferris bingo, and every time he says something, we could put a little thing on there and stuff like that. One of us would have bingo by now for sure. I think he just got bingo because he took off. All right. Oh, the other thing. Okay, so Gabby Jesus scores, rips the kid off, and has the shirt saying "I belong to Jesus."
Yes.
Do you think that's his shirt just being meta?
I mean, it is meta.
It
but
belongs to him.
It belongs.
I would imagine he didn't borrow that shirt, if you know what I mean.
No.
But he's gonna get. You think he'll get the same kind of note that who got that one? Was it last year? Oh boy, I can't remember. There's a guy that ripped off his kit. Had something that said something on that. And he had a written letter. You didn't get to. There's no suspension or anything like that. You get a written letter first, but it'll be interesting to see if Gabby Jesus gets anything for that. And has there been any more talk about sending him away on loan, or do you think?
I haven't heard it.
I haven't heard anything either. That was they were awful worried about carrying him forward or whatever these last couple of months, and then now they get him healthy. They needed someone to step in, and he steps in. So I don't. He costs a lot to buy, but I don't know how much he pays on wages.
He'll probably be like the third choice striker, after Ferris.
Oh my gosh!
You screwed this all up, Ferris. Next time, don't take yourself off the screen.
My bad.
I like how he's just moving all over the place. Oh, there you go.
There it is.
I like it.
Sorry, my apologies. I had my delivery today.
We'll show off.
Nah, man, they porch pirates up in here, man. They be stealing my stuff, and I don't like that. Yeah.
All right, fine. Yeah. What's the weekly wages on Jesus? Because I remember it being pretty substantial.
See if I can find that.
Not Raheem Sterling substantial. You know what I mean?
Yeah, y'all gave him so much money.
I think that was Todd.
It's reported to be around £265,000 a week.
That's a lot.
We're paying that man $13 million a year.
13.78 million annually.
That's crazy, bro.
Here's the thing. I think this will probably be his last season at the club.
No, sure.
I think he'll be the third choice striker with Havertz back and Gyökeres, obviously. But I think they'll keep him till the end of the year. I don't think they send him out on loan.
Well, let's see what
just simply because we don't know how Havertz is going to come back from the injury yet, because he hasn't played yet, and we need someone there to back up Gyökeres, and we don't want that to always be Mikel Merino for some reason.
Right. I say he's got about 4 weeks to keep his job. He's got about 4 weeks.
I think they keep all three because all three are different profile nines. Nines. If you want to call
about that wage.
If you want to call Gabriel or Kyle Havertz a 9.
Yeah.
I saw someone tweet this. And I want to give your opinion on it, Adelia, where it's like we wanted Zubimendi. That was the game-changing signing because he changes the midfield.
Yeah.
But everyone else we bought are just to bolster our team. No one was bought in the sense that they're here to change the team. What do you think, Adelia? We're like, we're not seeing Victor Gyökeres as like, oh, he's the 9 that's going to change everything. It was like Kai Havertz is hurt.
Settling in. Yeah. I mean, I don't think Gyökeres has quite adapted to the Premier League as quickly as I think they thought he was going to, but I think that
Mm-hmm.
he still is adapting to the Premier League. There's a lot of these grounds he's going to for the, you know, first time or first time in a while. So I don't think that he's quite in sync with everybody yet. And I think a lot of the injuries have had something to do with that. Bukayo was out for a while, and
Mm-hmm. He was hurt.
Odegaard was out for a while. So Madueke's been out. There hasn't been like a consistent run of like this is the starting 11 that we're going to go with like this season because of injuries. So like it takes time to build chemistry between teammates. I know they're doing a lot of that in training and everything, but in a game situation it takes time. So I just don't think Gyökeres has adapted quite yet. And I think a lot of that's down to the injuries. I think some of the other players have probably been bought to bolster the squad in certain positions, so we have backups and we don't have to like play other people out of position and everything. But Gyökeres was bought to be our striker.
Yeah.
I don't think he was bought to bolster that position. He was bought to be our striker. So
What, like, let's say Gabriel and Kai. Like, do you think we buy someone if Gabriel or Jesus and Kai didn't have significant injuries to them?
yeah, I think we were buying a striker anyways because we needed someone who could play pretty much every week and score goals. Like we had Kai who could play pretty much every week before the injury, but he didn't consistently score goals enough.
The talk coming into the season is and actually the last couple of seasons, Arsenal need that big
Needs a
guy to run
striker.
their line.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then they got it, and it's like they just play the exact same football. They just have a guy in the 9.
I think that Gyökeres is still adapting.
Gyökeres starting. We're 16-1-1.
Yeah.
So there's that.
He's doing things. It's just not necessarily translating into goals.
Yeah.
For him.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can't argue that we are very good when he's our starting 9.
Yeah, because the center backs have to respect him.
Exactly.
They can't peel off of him. When Mourinho or Havertz were there, they would, roam around and the center backs would just, peel. It's like that. It's like that game. I think of that game against Chelsea, Rob, where you guys didn't start a 9, where you kind of like, and it was the 2-2 draw where we drew because Declan Rice has this great goal from the outside that it was like, I can't believe we scored that. Where like you guys don't play with a 9. You guys kind of played with like it was like Cole Palmer was like in the middle of the attack and everyone kind of like bombed. He was like the 9, but he was like a 10. He was a 10, but everyone was bombing off of Cole Palmer. And the two center backs are like, what am I supposed to do? No one's near me. No one's here. And they're just in the Saliba and Gabriel had to like figure out the game. It's like, cause it's easier. Like, oh, if there's a 9 coming my way, if he goes towards you, you go over him and then I cover you. But against Chelsea, it was like Cole Palmer is just 10. There's no 9. We're kind of just roaming around here. And then they finally figured it out towards the end of the game, but we were down, I think 2-1, or no, we were down 3-1. It was a 3-3 draw at Stamford Bridge. Remember, Rob? It was a 3-3 draw at Stamford Bridge a couple years ago. And they finally figured it out, but we needed to score to tie the game, and we did. But that's what Gyökeres does. It forces the center backs not to collapse on Bukayo or cover something that they have to cover Victor. Have to. Because if they leave him free, he scores a goal. He gets some momentum. If you do it again, he scores another one. And then strikers is all about confidence. You get a goal, then you get another one, then you get another one, then you get another, and it kind of just like just flows in.
I don't know.
We're 49 minutes into the show and we've covered Chelsea and Arsenal. So we might want to continue on to another team now.
Which team? Which one?
We'll just try and go rapid fire as quick as I can here. Let's go Brentford, because it's a B. We've covered Villa. We've covered that, blah, blah, blah. So they B again, battering Bournemouth 4-1. Kevin Sharda had a great game. He got a hat trick in that one, if I remember right. The great shot by Chardet for his brace. Antoine Semenyo scored, which may be his last goal for
Mm-hmm.
Bournemouth in that one. Now, it hasn't made anything official yet, but I believe it's 65 million to City or from City for him. So it'll be announced, I'm sure, in the next couple of days. And
Yeah.
then Brentford should have saved a couple of those goals because Thomas Frank comes back with Spurs after 7 years or whatever there at G-Tech Community Stadium, and they, talked about the old times for 90 minutes, and that's about it.
And
No
the games
score,
on New
not
Year's
talking
Day
about it.
were terrible
Terrible.
games. Awful games.
Except I will say it was a no score game. We're not going to talk about it much, but that City Sunderland game was fun to watch at least for
It
a
was
0-0
that
game.
was the most fun one to watch, yes. But
Yeah.
yeah.
So Spurs and also we're coming off a 1-0 win at Selhurst Park. Richarlison thinks he scores twice in that game. Both times they're offside, which is pretty fun. We watch him
Yeah.
go get pretty excited for himself, and then have to be no. You were offside both times. Archie Gray with the goal in that one, and I don't like a lot of Spurs. So I'm going to continue on to this whatever else is going on here. Okay, so the
Spurs
interesting
apparently
thing.
selling Brennan Johnson to Crystal Palace.
To
They
Palace,
already,
as I say,
they already, yeah, they sold
it's
him. They
official
sold him
now.
already.
35 million pounds. I'm not sure what the personal terms are going to be for Brennan Johnson, but he'll probably get a little more play time. I like Brennan Johnson when he was at Forest, so maybe he can do something with Palace. They need somebody to help with Mateta, who did score a goal again, finally, over this last little bit here. They had two London derbies, of course. They had the one against Spurs, but that first one was against, or that next one was against Fulham. It's Nathaniel Klein with that great pass over to JP Mateta's eighth of the year, and it just feels like there's been so many more for JP Mateta, but he had that one great game where he had 3 goals or 4 goals or almost
Yeah,
four
it does
goals.
seem like he's scored a lot more
Tom,
than 8 times this year.
yeah, Tom Carney's the guy that ties it up for Fulham in the 80th, and then Fulham 100% should have had 3 points, but Dean Henderson throws a mitt out of nowhere to top Timothy Castaigne in the 93rd minute or something like that, in extra time. What a save to save a point for Palace. Now, Ryan we get excited about. That's about it.
Yep.
But yeah, I haven't heard about Mark Gahey going anywhere. Yeah, it's a good win for Johnson. Get away from
Strong
Tottenham
possibility
Hotspur.
he wins another European trophy joining Palace.
Well, yeah, the, the fact that he's a Europa League winner. Oh, it sours the stomach. Okay, Fulham. Speaking of stomach
Funny
souring,
enough, they may not win Conference League because they haven't played very well in Conference League.
yeah, know what the number one team is in the? Oh, no, it's not conference, the Europa League.
What?
Strasbourg.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Oh wow. Chelsea Light.
Ugh. All right. Their Fulham. Their
Adelia,
Matchweek
Adelia, can you
18
turn me down?
match was at
Turn
London
your camera off.
Stadium. Once again, another derby for Fulham taking on West Ham. Harry Wilson is going to just punish the Hammers for just terrible clearances in front of net, just missing the ball, just nobody paying attention. You know, good for him
Yep.
to score, and then Raul Jimenez coming through to take 3 points for Fulham here. They were unbeaten in 4 now through this through week 18 and 19. I think it's a goal win and 3 draws, or no, 3 wins and a draw. So yeah, they've moved up to 11th spot, which is you know just outside the Fulham spaces, which
Yeah.
is nice. They're going to still drop back a little bit. Adama Traore on the move.
On the
Maybe
move.
he'll actually get some playing time. He's going to go hook up once again with Nuno Espirito Santo over
Yeah.
at West Ham. They spent that time together
Yeah.
over at
Beebs Gunner
Wolves.
says West Ham made 2 signings that could save their season.
2 strikers and and Traore. I don't know how much it was.
Traore.
Taddy Castellanos and Pablo. 29 million euros, 23 million euros for two strikers mid-season. Lazio and was it Gil Vicente? I
Yeah.
don't even know if I've ever heard of that one before
I have
for
not heard of that one
Pablo.
before either.
Lazio, no.
Lazio, yeah. But
Well, they need all the help they can get. I think they're still 4 points shy of safety. They got some work to do. They also took on Brighton midweek in Matchweek 19. They opened the scoring though. 10 minutes in, Jared Bowen sent in by Lucas Paqueta's lovely pass. Then each club gonna get a penalty. Well, actually, I believe Brighton gets two penalties. Mente gets taken down the box, and then uh, uh, Danny Welbeck's going to step up and score. 4 minutes later, another penalty. Here comes Welbeck again. It's almost like he only had the one move, and
yeah,
he's had to sit and think. He's like, "Oh, what do I? I got something else." So he tries the Patenka and
does not work.
goes off the crossbar and gets cleared. West Ham is then going to get their own. Lewis Dunk is going to get called for the handball. This is something we've seen not called before because he's going to ground. He's trying to brace himself. And I would say that's more of a natural position than, say, the game against Chelsea last week for Villa. But whatever. What are you going to do? Paqueta's going to get to go up to the spot. He's going to score and makes it 2-1. And then from corner, Alphonso Ariel is going to make a poor swat of the ball. Going to fall to Joel Veltman, who's going to tie it up. That's how that one's going to end. It's going to end 2-2 for Brighton and West Ham. Got to take points from West Ham if you're Brighton. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta beat them, man.
14th spot, it's pretty.
You're not safe. You're
It's
not safe.
I don't know if they're going to be, falling as far down as that, but it's not a good look when you're used to being top 10. You're going to go like that. Speaking of not having a good look, here comes Liverpool. They were allowed to take their free 3 points from Wolverhampton Wanderers, who were done. It was basically a span of 60 seconds that game ended. First that Ryan Gravenberch goal, and then finally we can put it to bed. Florian Wirtz has scored in the Premier League, scored and counted.
Finally.
There you go. Yeah.
Hey, Liverpool faced Leeds United.
Yeah, we're talking about both match weeks.
Yeah, we have
first,
two
Oh,
match
okay.
weeks
Gotcha.
out here,
and the
buddy.
midweek.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Threw me off for a minute.
Santiago Bueno's going to score 52nd minute, I think, for Wolves. Made it a bit nervier, but everything just got settled down from there. It wasn't a match where everyone's going to start talking about how Liverpool are back by any reason and stuff like that. But they get their 3 points, which is most important. Then that's when they hosted Leeds and match week 19th. So they managed to stay warm for 90 minutes. It was a little chilly day. Seemed like that out there.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody scored. No, so that's going to ruin a couple of things. It's going to ruin Dom Calvert-Lewin's 6-game goal scoring streak.
Yep.
Although he did score,
he was offside.
He was offside. Yeah. What do you think of that? It's making the rounds again. That Arsene Wenger offside idea, where it's not offside until you see daylight between the two players, the defense and the offense.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I understand why that rule was kind of birthed by like Switzerland's like toenail offsides. You remember that during the World Cup? They're like literally like a toenail offsides. I get that, but more often than not, the semi-automated offsides gets it right. Like, they're right. And if we just do the whole body,
is that the spirit of the rule though? A toenail.
Is the spirit of the rule the entire body ahead of a defender? I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I can see the argument on what you're saying, Rob. I can be convinced of it, but he wants like the full like human being fully offside for it to be offside. Can we like say like if your full shoulder is off? But the thing is like you're not allowed to use your hands
It's got
and
to be one or the other.
yeah,
It's going to be a toenail or the full body.
yeah,
It can't be either way. So that's going to be the thing. If you want this much, or if you want to be offside by that much.
Yeah.
yeah,
BX Gunner says the fact that Gyokrish's numbers are better than Wirtz and Isak's combined this season is wild.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's 4 goals.
He's also stayed healthy.
Well,
He
healthier.
was out for like a month.
Well, you just think of Isak has 2 goals and he's played, what was it, 4 times, 5 times for Liverpool. It's not played
Then he
much.
and then he broke his leg.
He
But
broke his leg.
he wasn't not playing because he wasn't healthy. He was not playing because he didn't have a
Well, he didn't have a
preseason.
training camp, and then it
Wasn't
took him a
fit.
while to get back into it too. Was that all it is? Just him not getting
That's
fit? That's why he
all that
lost
it
Yeah,
2 months? All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he literally was sitting and he was literally in Sociedad chilling for like 3 weeks, waiting to be sold. And then he came back to Newcastle, waited for a week, and then was finally sold. You know what I mean? And I think that the reason some yeah. I'm like, let's not talk about this. Let's move on
Anyway.
to
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we talked about Leeds not doing anything with Liverpool. They had that match for the two promoted squads here with Sunderland. Each got themselves a point.
yeah.
Simon Dingra had a beauty for Sunderland. It was a nice pass by Granit Xhaka. And then, of course, Dom Calvert-Lewin had scored. We already mentioned that. Sunderland themselves, they're the ones that took on Man City. I said it was a great match, but nobody scored. You know what I mean? It very much had a feel, even though like Sunderland's 7th, it had that feel of David versus Goliath the entire match. Like it almost
did.
felt like they were being picked on, even by the, like even the announcers were pitying them and something like that. And I was thinking these guys play as a squad pretty well.
Yeah.
And they shut down Holland. Holland didn't do anything in that match. Anyways, I'm sure you guys were pretty proud of the way they played against City.
And man,
I enjoyed it.
winning at the Stadium of Light, it's hard, man. It's hard.
It's
It's
always
hard.
nice to see the City drop points out of
Yeah, man.
nowhere. Really.
They never even scored in this game. Like we were 2-1 against Sunderland, and we still lost. You know what I mean? And Man City couldn't even get a goal, and it's hard, man. It's hard to play out there. It really is, And shout out to Sunderland. Shout out to shout out to them. And people don't talk about this, man. They have, I think, I don't know. I think they still have 6 people out for AFCON because I think all the people that they lost to AFCON, their teams moved on to round of 16. They lost Ronaldo. Like they lost Ronaldo. He Mozambique made it to the round of 16. Like, and they're still finding ways to win. Oh, no, get points, not win. Get points with six people not with their team. And shout out to them, man. Shout out to them. Good for them.
I don't like it. Anyways, so Man City had come into this thing. They had to play Forest the week before. Reinders gets the opener in the second half. It was nothing happening in the first half. They were wearing those stupid, idiotic raindrop kits. That raindrop with the neon green baloney. Who designed that? They should do time just for making me watch that stuff. Anyways, Omari Hutchinson is going to tie it up. It's a nice passing play to get it done, but City's back line looked like crap. They didn't know what they just weren't attacking. They weren't covering anybody. It's just like going through the motions there. They get saved by Ryan Cherky in the 83rd. It was an absolute laser low shot to win the game. The announcers, though, couldn't stop gushing about what a hugely important win this was for Manchester City beating Forest. What are you guys talking about?
No idea.
The team that's 4 points above relegation. Oh, this is a match that City will look back on this year. Say this is a What are you guys talking about? Ridiculous. Like, okay. You know what? Maybe they think if they talk enough good things about City, maybe City's going to take them out on a date. Maybe they'll go for dinner with Manchester City if you're talking nice enough about them for a while. Anyways, yep, City's still doing well, but there's a gap now. There's a gap now at the top. Everton, they started their fixtures, wasting time with Burnley, 0-0. So I'm not going to waste time talking about it. Burnley then ended 2025 by being soundly beaten by Newcastle 3-1. Joe Linton, Yon Wissa was his first for the Maggies. It's 2-0 before it was 8 minutes old in the game. Josh Laurent had a nifty little strike to make it 2-1 after 23 minutes. And then nothing until the 93rd minute or something like that. Chalmer Ekdal and Martin, I don't know what Martin Dubravka was doing so far out of his net, but Chalmer Ekdal's there. Neither one of them talk to each other. They kind of run into each other. The ball comes to Bruno Guimaraes, who scores from way the hell out. 3-1 game for Newcastle. But Boxing Day wasn't kind to them because they went to United. They lose 1-0 on a goal from, of all people, Patrick Dorgu. It only took him 30 appearances to finally score for Manchester United. There you go. 3 points for Manchester United, but they can't be proud of themselves at all. They got, they at least got a win, but they end up only drawing against the Wolverhampton Wanderers in their final match of the week at Old Trafford, of all places. Josh Zirkzee scoring, putting one off of Ladislav Krejci before the Wolves before the half ends. Wolves get a corner. It falls. It goes off Zirkzee's hat. Zirkzee with a ridiculous just pushing the ball up kind of clearance. It's going to fall to actually Krejci. So turnabout's fair play. He's going to score, ties it. That's you can't even say it's a huge point for Wolves. Now you just say it's a point because now it's a race. Now it's a race to what, 12 for them. They got 3. They're halfway through the season. They're on pace for 6. They got 3 points towards not being the worst squad in the history of the English Premier League. They're not going to make it. They're not going to make 8, for God's sakes. So, oh well.
Wolves, Rob. Wolves has had 3 draws this year.
Yep.
Tottenham.
Yep.
Man United.
Yep.
And Brighton.
Sure. All 3.
Those teams should be ashamed of themselves.
Yep.
Even Arsenal beat them. We may have beaten them with 2 own goals, but we beat them.
Yeah, didn't even have to score against them.
We didn't have to score against them, and we won.
Yeah.
So funny.
They should be ashamed of themselves.
Guys. That's when you guys got some ball luck on the pitch is tilted towards you guys. When twice in 2 weeks you guys get outscored and you get 3 points out of it. Okay, Let's go on to some predictions here for Matchweek 20 as 2026 of all things is starting up here. So good news. In Matchweek 18, Ferris, you and Ryan each had 6 points. Very good.
Yeah.
Adelia and myself.
Half the games.
Adelia and myself had 5.
I was not on starting 11, so I forgot to pick my games, and so I only had half the games to pick, and I only got one of them right. So.
You got yeah. Well, it doesn't matter
because Saturday games. I only had the Sunday games.
The rest of us only had 2. Yeah. So.
So many draws, man. So many draws.
0-0. Oh my God, we called that week the reckoning. Terrible.
God, New Year's Day was so awful.
Ugh.
So awful.
Yeah, terrible.
Yeah,
I'd rather have been hungover. Okay, let's go on.
It's funny to look at what we got right for the 2.
What do we got?
As well. Everyone got Newcastle beating Burnley.
Right.
Then Snark added his second one by picking Everton to beat Forest.
Smart, super
And me
smart
and
of me.
Ferris both picked Arsenal to beat Villa.
Yes.
Oh, that's the one I
Everything
said would be a
else.
draw. The one match that wasn't a draw.
Everything else, everyone got wrong.
Everything was a draw, dude. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and talking about so Brentford didn't beat Tottenham?
No, it was a 0-0
That was a
draw.
tie. Yep, no score.
Yeah. See, like it's crazy, man. Like everything was a draw.
Yeah.
Chelsea
Everything was a
drew.
draw.
Yep.
That's crazy,
Chelsea
man.
drew.
Drive me
Yeah,
nuts.
it was insane, man.
Yep. Okay. Match week 20. Here we go.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, it's gonna start out at Ferris's favorite stadium, Villa Park. Villa taking on Forest.
Go Villa, man. Villa's at home.
Yeah, I'll go Villa as well.
Villa's gonna win. Over at the Amex, Brighton has Burnley.
Brighton.
Brighton.
Yeah, Brighton's gonna win. Here's the toughie. Wolves at the Molyneux against West Ham. But West Ham just added a whole bunch of guys.
But are they? But they're not gonna play though, right?
Who knows?
It's Wolves.
I'm still picking West Ham.
Yeah.
I have no faith in Wolves to win a game.
No.
Who did West Ham get? They got Adami Traore.
Adama Traore.
Ugh.
Yeah.
What the hell is
And then
that?
they got Teddy Castellanos from
Tati
Lazio,
Castellanos.
yeah, and then Pablo from Gil Vicente.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna be playing this week. This is their.
I don't think it would matter. I was just.
I don't
playing.
think it'll matter. West Ham can still beat Wolves.
Yes.
Yeah, I think Jared Bowen's gonna get a goal. I was gonna do a draw, but then I did pick West Ham.
Mm-hmm. How about
Arsenal.
Bournemouth and you want me to say it? Arsenal.
I will take Arsenal. I just want to say, for those watching, there will be no watch along of this game this weekend because of my health issues this week. Hopefully, we'll be back to doing it next week.
We picked a good one to miss because Arsenal's going to win, but still, it's just against Bournemouth. Well,
Bournemouth beat us twice last year, so I don't know.
Well,
this
if you
is not
blow
the
it,
Bournemouth of last year.
I was gonna say if you blow it, you have no one to blame but yourselves. Leeds over at Bell End Stadium.
I'm going Leeds, man. Leeds at home.
Leeds over Manchester United. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
going United.
Okay. I'm gonna go down the middle. I'm gonna say draw. Say a draw on that one. Leeds is gonna keep their unbeaten run going. Fulham over at Chelsea's Cottage, taking on Liverpool.
Draw.
A draw. Okay. I'm picking Liverpool.
Yep.
Everton over at Piccadilly Stadium taking on Brentford.
No, Rob. It's dill pickle on a hill. All right, come on, man.
Going Everton.
Ooh, okay. That's very similar records.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, let's go to the home team.
Okay.
Which is Everton.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, Everton.
Newcastle. All right, Newcastle, Crystal Palace. Again, very similar records.
Wait, who's on the road?
It's at St. James Park. It's at St. James Park.
I'm going Newcastle.
Yeah, I'm going Newcastle as well.
I went Newcastle myself. Tottenham Hotspurs over
Sunderland.
at
On Sunderland.
North London sewage treatment
Trash.
plant.
Yep.
Sunderland.
I'm going a draw.
You know what's crazy about Tottenham? You know the only good thing about Tottenham is?
What's that?
Is that Adele is a fan of them.
That's the only good thing. Okay.
That's the only good thing.
City and Chelsea.
Yeah. Well, I'm picking Chelsea because my life is what it is right now.
I have to go City on that one. I'm sorry, Snark.
What are you? I'm gonna hold it against you forever.
Yeah.
Ferris is trapped in thought, it seems.
Yeah, man, because which Chelsea shows up?
The one with no manager?
Yeah, and without their defensive midfielder. I'm gonna go. Is it at the Etihad?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll go Man City.
Yep. Oh, what a week. What a week. And there's more drama to come? We haven't even made the weekend yet. Oh my god.
What about the midweek games? Are we gonna pick the midweek games?
Is there more midweek games?
Yeah, man. After it's Tuesday at 12,
There you go. Well, we have to do it.
and then Wednesday and Thursday.
Ridiculous. So we might have to push the Tuesday match or the Tuesday show then. Okay.
Yeah, we might have to.
All right, let's go for that then. London
Okay.
Stadium, West Ham, Forest, and two teams that. Well, West Ham has to be Forest, but will they do it?
I'm going Forest.
I'm going Forest.
I'm gonna say a draw.
Okay.
Bournemouth and Spurs.
Well, that
Draw.
was a draw.
I'm gonna say Bournemouth in that one. Brentford and Sunderland.
Sunderland.
Well, Sunderland, yeah.
I'm gonna take Brentford at home.
Okay.
Of course, they aren't
Yeah,
very good
yeah.
at home. Everton over at Pill Dickinson Stadium against Wolves. Is there free 3 points?
Free 3 points. Everton should win this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the London Derby that only 15 people care about because the rest we don't even consider them a team. Fulham and Chelsea at the
Oh,
Cottage.
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Whoever's manager, they know they're going to get 3 free points in that one. We just don't lose there. Crystal Palace and Villa.
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 I so want to just pick Crystal Palace. I'm going to do it. All right, I'm going to pick a Palace.
Okay.
City and Brighton.
City.
At the Etihad?
At the Etihad.
Yeah, they're going to win.
Oh, at Turf Moor. Burnley
United.
and United.
United.
Yeah, they're not salvaging a point out of that. Newcastle and Leeds. Once again, St.
Newcastle.
James Park.
Newcastle.
Big matchup for you guys on the Thursday match. The lone
Arsenal
Thursday
has to win.
match.
Arsenal has to win.
Arsenal at home to Liverpool.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a draw just to see if chaos ensues. Okay, now I think we're done. Bloody midweek games. Should I put my tiebreak in there? Okay, we're good.
Okay. So maybe another Friday show next week.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be a Friday show and make sure we get everything in there. We'll try not to spend 45 minutes on the Arsenal Football Club, but there's so much going on right now. Hopefully, Chelsea
A lot
won't
of time
fire.
on Chelsea too before Ferris came on here. Don't
Ch-
act like we didn't.
Amen. Amen.
But that's time we're
can't-
spending. That's time we're
No,
spending.
it's not.
You know what, Rob? And you know what? And it's a great 45 minutes. It's the best 45 minutes in all of the internet.
Oh.
Shout out to Birmingham. Shout out to you.
All right.
You should get the kit. You should get the kit.
Should we get an Aston Villa kit?
Absolutely not. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us here today on Starting 11. Appreciate you all. Happy
Ollie
New
Watkins
Year
on
to
the
you
deck.
all.
Mm.
Ferris just can't stop talking about Aston Villa, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Snark, where can people find you?
Well, you'll be able to find me, Rewatchers Council. Is it 2 weeks it's coming up or whatever? Yeah, still busy this week. It is coming back just a couple, like a week from Thursday. We're going to return. Can't wait to talk more Angel. Can't wait to talk more Buffy. We've got some a new show showing up here on, is it Monday? We're debuting Post Whistle. We're going to talk about the National Hockey League. That's a week from Monday. I got my days all mixed up here, guys. I've been a little busy. We're going to talk about World Juniors that happened. We're going to talk about the Olympic teams being finalized, who got left off, who got put on. We're going to talk about how my team stinks, the worst team in the league, and I hate it forever. We'll talk about all those things. That's all coming up in the next couple weeks here on Good Friends, Better Rivals, and for me also on the post credits. How about you guys?
Ferris, where can they find you?
Fridays, 5 o'clock Pacific. Good Friends, Better Rivals on the Good Friends, Better Rivals channel. As well as, like Rob said, I am his co-host on the Rewatchers Councils Thursdays and Fridays at 3 o'clock Pacific. As there as well.
The MC Rewatchers Council will be coming back soon. Don't have an exact date on that one yet, but Ferris and we're going to try to get some guests on there to talk about Infinity War, Captain Marvel, and Endgame. So do check those out when they come back. Shug did a watch-along of the Stranger Things finale on the post-credits channel last night. That's over there if you want to check it out. Postcredits.com is the easiest way to get to that channel. You can find me back here Sunday night, possibly Monday night, doing a Steel Conspiracy, depending on how that result goes for the Steelers. we don't know what kind of mindset Shug's going to be in for the show, but it might be after a Steel Conspiracy. It might be on Monday, after the Steelers-Ravens game, or it might be on Monday night. We'll figure that out. You can find me on there talking about hopefully my Broncos securing the number 1 seed in the AFC. So that would be nice. And then back with Snark on Starting 11 on Friday. Special Friday episode next week too. I don't like all these midweek games, man. I can't watch the Arsenal-Liverpool midweek game. I have an appointment to go to.
Ridiculous.
But thanks for joining us on this extended episode of Starting 11. We will see you all next time. Bye.